Welcome back, everyone, to San Antonio by Night Blood Gambit. And I apologize, I had some technical issues. Had to restart my OBS. But we're back. Uh, so, in lieu of things that were going on elsewhere in the club known as the Zombie, Jacob was mingling. Had some additional mingling to do after the sermon and festivities that took place in the dark when the lights came back on and everyone else was, well, revealed to whether they've partaken or not in such indulgences that remains to be seen in some cases. Others have made it obviously evident, as most of the humans, as far as you know, are completely unclothed. One. But, Jacob, you're making your way around the rest of the dance floor, having spoken to a few people, but one of which has caught your eye as she's kind of lazily sitting in a chair at a table. Looks to be nursing a drink. Long black hair with very straight bangs across her brow. Wearing all black lingerie. The rest of her clothing has been shoved aside.
Good evening. I don't believe I've made your acquaintance.
No, I
Jacob
don't
will
believe.
slide into the seat across from her.
No, I don't believe you have.
Jacob Levick. He offers her his hand.
She'll give it a shake. Velda.
Velda. Not a common name to hear.
I'm not a
You
common
wouldn't.
person.
It wouldn't happen to be. How's it pronounced? Velda von Sventgau zu Altenburg?
Hmm. Interesting that you would even attempt.
I should get it right, especially if you are one of the city's barons.
I am. And yes, as much as I would like for those here in the city to actually get my name right, I understand that it is a mouthful, and, well, some can't even be asked.
Well, I endeavour to make sure that everything that I do is correct in some way or another.
Is it Levick? Right.
Yes.
I don't know anything about you. And that's rare.
Well, I am new to the city. And, unfortunately, I don't reside within your domain. Jameson's area.
Ah.
Although I believe I border Miss Isabella.
I'm aware of her. In fact, we've met and interacted a number of times.
A number of times.
Well, yes, a number of times just this year.
Well, it would make sense that you would be familiar with your Your own, as it were.
Although, if you're one of Jameson's, and you've been talking with Isabella, that means you've been crossing over borders.
I simply like to know my neighbors.
It
And I
could
like
be
to achieve friendships wherever possible.
could be seen as encroaching.
If that is how you wish to see it.
Are you
Although I don't
encroaching?
believe Baron Jameson wants to tie his strings to me at this point. As I said, I'm still reasonably new.
I mean, yes. But is there a reason for that aside from that?
Oh, it could be my clan, could be the fact that I'm new, could be the fact that he seems suspicious of any newcomers into his domain.
Of course he is.
I've actually gathered up a few newcomers, formed our own little coterie, as it were.
I can see that.
Actually, I'm quite surprised to see all three barons here this evening. I wasn't sure you would all get my invitation.
I was interested to see who would show up too. And I'm just as surprised as you are.
Why is that, might I ask?
Do you have to ask? You seem like a smart man. What do you think?
I'd like to. I think 3 baronies in one city is likely difficult to balance and maintain.
And
if one shows up, it might show better than... If only one shows up, it might look better on that one person. Might look more like they are in charge. Actually, Coffee, can I roll? Because Velda was present during that establishment party. The party that
the club industry one. Yep.
Yeah, because she was present at that. Can I roll to see if Jacob noticed her and remembered seeing her there?
She wasn't hiding.
And she is rather pretty and does stand out.
Exactly. In fact, her goth aesthetic almost matches this club entirely.
Yes. So is that something that he would have noticed? Is my question. Because I don't want to meta this.
I don't see why not.
Actually, didn't I see you here the other night?
I'm sure you did.
Yes, Alice's industry night.
Another rather interesting party, as dull as it might have been. It was interesting to see who showed up. I'm surprised that it wasn't then that you introduced yourself to me.
Well...
The better late than never.
I had other things on my mind that evening.
Well, you went to see what seemed to have been entertaining a woman.
A friend of mine. I do so like to make friends.
Doesn't everyone?
Oh, absolutely. But I'm curious. You were talking about encroachment. Wouldn't you showing up here multiple times be counted as encroachment?
I was invited every time that I've been here. I don't know that you've been invited every time you've been to Isabella's. Or to
More than
Club
fair.
Lush, for that instance.
Club Lush, I don't believe I've ever been there.
No, but other members of those you've mingled with have.
Ah, I'm assuming Alice.
Yes. I distinctly remember M bringing her up.
I had heard about this Miss M. Apparently left quite the impression.
As she ought to. She's my advisor.
Rather important, then.
As I'm sure you have your sins. Jameson has his, and Batista has hers. Everyone has those they go to for advice.
I generally tend to rely on my own advice.
Very independent man, then.
I try to be. Generally, it's more a case of others come to me for advice rather than me going to them.
That's rather interesting. I bet I can guess your clan.
Please, go ahead.
The context clues have led me to believe that you are a Ventru.
You might just be correct.
Interesting that you say that Batista might not like you.
Did I say that?
In so many words.
You put too many Ventru in one place and it becomes... Well, we can't all be vying for the same position. Can we?
Batista seems to make it work for herself. She's got a number of different Ventru in her employ, and in fact, has had multiple since.
And how many of them have looked to climb the ranks and usurp her? I tend to prefer to make my own way in life.
You don't get very far that way.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. You haven't looked to carve out your own piece of heaven? I mean, you have your own domain? Exactly.
And my little piece
So
of
doesn't
heaven is
that?
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Yes, a nice goth, but not goth rock sort of aesthetic club up at the north side of town.
Perhaps I shall have to pay it a visit at some point. That is, of course, if you would allow.
When I decide you're invited.
When you decide that I'm invited. Well, I should very much look forward to receiving that invite. Ms. von Sventgau zu Altenberg.
You can just say Velda.
Ms. Velda. Can I offer you a business card?
Won't promise I'll use it.
Of course not. And he pulls one from his pocket and slides it across the table to her.
A law
have-
consultant.
Yes. I have managed to carve out a small portion for myself here in the city.
As you do.
Made use in certain areas. So if you ever find yourself in need for some help in terms of legal, mortal or otherwise, please feel free to call on me.
Thankfully, I've never had the need.
Well, you never know when a good lawyer might be useful.
I'll keep it in mind.
Absolutely.
A very friendly gesture, to be sure.
I try to be friendly. After all, I am just trying to make my way in this city. Something that other kindred don't seem to get.
And are you happy being a law consultant?
I quite enjoy it. Are you happy running your Cosmo?
Yes.
And your domain?
Yes.
I would like to inside her.
Go for it.
Wits insight?
Yes. She did pause for like a second before saying that. Assume
Miss
what you will.
Velda? Miss Velda? He kind of drops his voice a little bit. Lies do not look good on such a pretty face.
Who says I'm lying?
Power can be a pain.
Says a man who maybe clearly wants more.
If I didn't, it wouldn't make sense. Would it?
Ambitious, I like it.
I pride myself on it.
So, Mr. Ventru. Why talk to me?
Because you have power. Because you were sitting here, looking lovely, in that rather interesting lingerie.
Please.
Because
you're not
I would
even
like to get to
interested in
know. Because I would like to get to know those who are in power in this city.
that. To what aim? I don't trust
To gain
you
more
to
for
be.
myself.
I don't trust you to be super forthcoming.
If I was, would you know?
I don't know you well enough.
Well, I certainly invite you to get to know me well.
You're certainly a flatterer.
I try.
In so much that do you think it'll get you somewhere?
Can you blame a man for putting in the attempt?
No. In fact, keep doing it. I like it.
I shall certainly endeavour to keep that in mind.
So why are you here, Mr. Levick, aside from mingling with the various people of power? This does not seem like your scene. You seem actually less interested in this than even just communicating with the various individuals.
Alice. Miss Alysse Drew, the host of this event.
She's one of yours, yes.
She is indeed one of those that I have picked up. I need to keep an eye on her.
I hope you know she's competition.
For whom?
For me.
What kind of competition?
I have to be honest.
Can she truly compete with you?
I don't know. You would know her better than I would.
I think she would have a long, long way to go.
Would she?
Indeed. Unless you are... If you look at this business, what do you see?
I see a club that knows its niche. But maybe needs to fine-tune it.
In comparison to one that is already established within the city with its own reputation.
Perhaps.
Alice is finding her feet.
As I'm sure you all are. Newbies as you may be.
But perhaps I can guide her into a position that is befitting.
And perhaps you can. It might make our friendship a little bit awkward in that case.
Only if it becomes a problem for you.
How do you propose that it not become a problem?
What if there was some kind of partnership building? One business advertises for the other. I mean, you are in different areas, in different zones.
But we're not sister. We're not sister clubs.
No. But you could be.
Why would I?
Well, you just said you see her as competition.
But competition breeds innovation.
But clearly this is competition that you're concerned about.
Concerned about? No. Not at all.
You wouldn't have mentioned it if you weren't concerned.
And maybe I'm just trying to throw you off.
Maybe you are. Or maybe you flashed your hand without realizing it.
I don't do that.
Regardless.
Everything I do is deliberate.
I'm sure it is. Regardless. I should very much like to be a friend.
We'll see.
And I'm sure Alice would like your friendship as well. Perhaps your guidance.
Well, if I'm going to be providing guidance in any way, shape, or form, It would be to guide you all to stay in your lane.
And what lane might that be? We're still, of course, discovering our lane.
Whatever lane that may be.
You are an interesting woman, Ms. Velda.
I try to be.
You are succeeding.
Well, thank you.
I feel I will leave you to it for the evening. But
If you must.
do feel free to contact me if you need anything. From legal advice to if I might provide some entertainment.
Well, perhaps you're the one getting bored of me.
Never.
Liar.
Not at all. Simply picking my words carefully.
Very smart.
I don't yet know what you're capable of.
Keep me guessing.
And I'm sure I will be guessing well into the future.
Good.
He gets up to step away. Before he does, he gestures at her drink and says, "Might want to take another sip of that. You've been cradling it a little too long." And then walks off.
She goes to take the drink, and as you're walking away, just dumps it on the floor.
I love it. She would be that petty. Yep. That's all I needed out of that one.
Alright. Squatch, we haven't heard from you in a while. What have you been doing silently and invisibly?
Been stalking around the club, listening in on conversation, picking up rumors on both kind and kindred side. Seeing what little juicy details there are I can report back on. But this place isn't really my thing. I was invited, said, sure, I'll show up. You're just not going to see me or hear me.
You have been unseen and unheard the entire time, including when the lights went off and when the lights came on.
And hopefully, certain people have forgotten I even existed here. Looking at the coterie.
Most of them seem to be going about doing their own things from time to time, from here and there. You see Jacob does a lot of mingling itself when it comes to going to visit the various individuals in the room. But there are others who maybe mingle a little bit more when it comes to, like, Marjani occasionally goes to talk to Baron Jameson, and occasionally Ava does too, and, it seems that everyone just kind of mingles about. So, things that you may have learned in the hours that you've been here so far. So go ahead and give me a wits and let's see, what do we want to call this? wits and awareness. We'll just make it simple.
I would also like to pop heightened senses for this.
Just bear in mind that you will hear absolutely everything that's going on the dance floor in the dark too, if you do.
I'm aware.
Okay.
And I'm going to rouse for it because at this point, why not?
You are getting hungrier.
I am, and it's worth it in the end. Ish. I'm going to feed again before I hit hunger 4. These rouse tricks do not like me.
Nope, they have not been liking you at all.
They don't. They don't at all. And I will push out a little bit further.
Okay.
Because I want info.
You want info. Ooh, nice. Another 3.
Almost.
So
almost.
7 total. So, I suppose I'll ask you a question. What are you looking to find out?
Mostly information on what the Barons could possibly be planning. What they've been up to. Any other potential power players in the city that we'd have to worry about.
Okay. So Jameson, Batista, and Velda all seem to kind of flock towards corners of the room. They don't seem to want to be anywhere near each other, obviously, because if they did, they'd probably be at each other's throats, given the likelihood. But in the showing here, you get the distinct sense that Batista and Velda didn't really bring a whole lot in their own entourage, where the other kindred that are here all seem to be aligned with Jameson. Or at least it appears to be as such. That every one of them has gone and spoken with him, at least briefly, in the time that they've been here. The aside from the ones in the red robes that Alysse had brought out during her sermon, the rest of the mortals seem to be in association with Ava, in that they speak about her, they are flocking towards her, they seem to be, members of maybe her own following. So far, in passing by when Jacob is talking with Velda, you've overheard the name M. That's one that you are aware of already, in that Velda has described her as an advisor, and so perhaps she has some kind of power play in the city in that regard. Mentions of other power players. Let's see. Who would be mentioned in passing? Since Batista and Velda don't have a huge presence here, they don't talk very openly about much of anything. The closest thing that you got was her conversation with Jacob.
Yeah.
Which since you've been kind of meandering around the whole of the whole of the event, you would be privy to that, basically that full conversation. Are you looking for a specific person mentioned, or are you just getting with the broad strokes?
Mostly broad strokes, but if there is a mention of the War Baron, because we were sent here to figure out whether he's still around or not, that would be great. I don't expect that there to be a rumor floating around at an event like this, but certainly
Especially with so
something to
many,
keep in your-
especially with so many enemies that could potentially overhear. Most are keeping quiet about anything of any real importance.
Yeah.
It's small talk, casual, a feeding session. That's essentially what you get from what you've walked around. Aside
Maybe
from
a
all
couple
the
juicy
indulgence.
things here and there. Yeah. Maybe nothing like mega, hey, we should pay attention to this, but maybe a couple juicy things I could use to my own advantage later on. But that's just about it.
Yeah, that's just about it. It seems like, especially Velda and Batista, they're a little tight-lipped about just about everything. They don't have many of their own people here, if any.
Yeah, but I figured Jameson's also a little bit tight-lipped because those two are here.
Yeah.
Some of their own people.
That's a very solid assumption. You get aside from that, you get the distinct impression that Samantha and Marjani may have a, maybe a friendship, maybe something else, but they're acquainted at least. Samantha definitely sticks around Maria a little bit in the in the whole of things, just kind of, talking with her casually from time to time. A lot of the conversation that you get from everyone is pretty casual, very surface level, very, very much not attempting not to expose much of anything.
Yeah. But it also is a good opportunity for me to see who pays attention here. See if anyone's on the lookout for any of my kind.
Ooh, you know what's you know what would be an interesting roll? I need you to roll a wits obfuscate, I believe.
Am I able to rouse for this one?
You're already using unseen passage.
Okay. Is it what's obfuscate? Oh, come on. Powering that one? I do not want to be seen. Thank you. Willpower dice.
You get the distinct sense that even those who might be able to sense the unseen are not seeing you.
Time being, at least.
All right. That does conclude your little perusing around the full of the event. So if you wish to catch up with your coterie, or if you wish to stay unseen, that's up to you.
Nah. He'll probably be the first one to head out.
To head back to your own goings on.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else have anything else that they were liking to do? It seems like most everyone is looking to make their way away from the event.
I'd probably make my way back in to find Jacob.
Okay.
Jacob is still just mulling around on the floor, mingling with anybody left behind. As people are starting to filter out, I'm assuming. Now that the large-scale portion of the event is complete, he's available for anybody to talk to.
I'll walk in and see who's still around. Probably composed after a couple of hours coming down off a little bit half a fun time that I took. Who do I see that's still here?
Jacob? Maybe
Ambush,
Maria?
still here.
Ambush?
Yep.
Yeah, Alice is MIA.
I'm gonna walk up to Maria.
Okay.
Dante will walk up. Good evening.
Just to be clear, when you say that, you're saying you're walking up to Dante, correct?
Well, Dante is walking up to Maria.
I am walking up to Dante, yeah. Dante is walking up to you.
Oh, Dante, pardon. Well, yep.
If I could walk up to Dante, that means I have taken way more of the night's party favors than this was let on. No, Dante is walking up to Maria. Someone that he doesn't know.
Well. How you doing, sir? He is currently, I imagine, like, say at the edge of the bar with Nicole with her.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole's probably sipping on some water or something that's very clear and clearly isn't laced.
He'll give a nod to Nicole as well. I'm having an interesting night, I guess you could say. This is not the normal kind of thing that I go to.
Nothing normal about this.
Oh good, I thought it was just me.
Usually a gentleman ends up introducing himself first when approaching a stranger.
Yes. I'm Jacob Blackwell.
Jacob Blackwell.
And he'll offer a hand.
Looks at it. Observes it a bit. And she ends up taking your hand softly. Here's a quick question. Do you have an allergy to silver?
No.
Okay. Then No problems outside of maybe she's a little cold.
You feel the same.
Maria Higgs. No, nothing about this ends up sitting right. But I was not... how shall I put this? I wasn't exactly shocked, given the hostess of the evening and reputation of families. You're familiar with the hostess, I'm presuming? You here as part of the guest list, come as somebody's second, or...
Familiar with the hostess a bit. As much as one can be. Not fully understanding what I suppose promised a interesting night here, and I suppose it has been interesting. Don't think I would come again, though.
Unless you see her reach the back of her neck and unclasp this double silver chain with a very basic silver cross on it. She kind of just looks at it, almost fiddling with the chain as one would a rosary.
Unless there was a reason that made me come. Definitely not by choice.
Well, I'm sure there's many reasons to come around here. And I'm sure many of them weren't by choice. But that seems to be the theme of the evening.
You a member of this area?
For quite a while now. Member of, well, I'm a resident who lives under Vic's purview.
I'm glad to make your acquaintance, son. It's nice to know local and established people.
Is it now?
If you don't know them and you don't learn from them, you will never fit in.
Is that what you're looking to do? Fit in?
He'll just kind of get a look on his side, or his face, and kind of turn his head to the side of it. You know, it's always hard to fit in. It takes a lot of work. It's easier if you fit in.
Everybody's got a story. But when it comes to fitting in, that has to do with customs and norms. That's this place. Zombie ain't exactly what I would end up calling good old customs and norms. In fact, I think the very point of it is to flout quite the opposite. But you're here. So, wouldn't that be you fitting in?
That's true. The more I fit in, the more I feel out of place.
Maybe you're trying to fit in with the wrong people. Just another wayward soul.
Some groups I do fit in with better than others, but
Like what?
some groups that are not polite conversation for everybody to hear. It'll kind of give a worried glance towards Nicole.
Don't worry about her. She's fine. Everybody needs a little company from time to time. And if I want, her lips will be sealed.
I find that people... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I can keep a secret. Unless you would like me to go, Maria.
No. If it is okay with your friend here, I will trust in her judgment.
Appreciate the hospitality. So, what do you really want to know?
Things look fine here on the surface, but things are bubbling as much as they can underneath. And I thought it good to get advice or a perspective from someone who has been in the water long enough to acclimate.
I ain't exactly what one would end up calling a social butterfly. Hell, rooms like this make me more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Of that, I can agree with you and sympathize.
What I would be asked.
Oh, sorry. I was about to say, most rooms full of people like this see me as strange, weird, and scary.
Well, that's because you are.
Almost as if she's been given permission, Nicole kind of shudders.
What? Were you expecting, what, shoulder? What were you expecting with that
Making an observation and a statement of fact.
Well, here's the fact. I don't know you. And I am hesitant to end up offering much of anything, to be honest with you. Outside of one thing. There's a church out yonder. You say you end up... You run with Alysse, she calls herself?
She is one that's been gathered under the so-called group that I'm a part of.
And what would you call that group?
group of newbies trying to survive of the area. Newbies of the... Oh, fuck. How would I say that?
Take your time.
The group of new people in the area.
First, you have to qualify as people. You don't.
Right now, allies of convenience, and some. I don't particularly care for or dislike Miss Alice. I find some of the things that she does strange, especially views and things that she holds important. Doesn't make sense to me. And what you said earlier was correct. You don't owe me anything. I was merely making conversation and trying to introduce to someone that could possibly be someone that I get to know.
Well, don't go hanging your hat on that one. I came here request. And as a personal point, that church down yonder, keep clear of it. In fact, don't go anywhere within a block of it.
Which is, would I know this church?
She'll give you like an address.
It is not the church that I've been going to, correct?
No, it's
Thank God, because this would have going to get real awkward.
No, it's further on the west side of town.
I can assure you that I will stay with the church.
All right. Now, as much as I would love to end up believing that your heart is softer than cotton candy in the rain, I also got to end up taking into account on what you are. So, I'd like to end up saying I appreciate it, and in the same hand, if I end up finding out you're lying to me, then you and Jesus are about to end up having a very, very personal conversation. Now, with that bit of pleasantry out of the way, let me lay it down for you. You're in Mr. J's turf, right?
Yes. That is who we are in
Yes.
his domain, correct? Okay. Just making sure.
I'm gonna make this very, very simple. You don't like ripples in the water. I don't like ripples in the water. That is about as far as our relationship ends up going. I do the occasional favor, and he makes sure that nobody ends up deciding to end up causing a ruckus near my neck of the woods. It's a very simple relationship. I like my quiet. So when I end up hearing that there's a shindig going on, and it is far from a crawdad barbecue, I will say that, I have to end up knowing what's going around. Because if I have to end up hearing, suddenly we got a follower of Set, breathing or not, anywhere within 10 blocks of my particular neck of the woods, I will know exactly who to come to. And when that happens, I will deliver them back to you in a box made of themselves. And she
Well-
snaps her fingers to ask for Nicole's phone.
And she quickly pulls it out and hands it over.
I put in the code. Take a second. And then place it face up and slide it to you.
To me?
Yep.
I'll look down at the phone.
And what you will see is a person trying to scream, but unfortunately they don't have the lung capacity to do it, as they are quite literally just a face with 4 limbs trying to go out of a box that is constructed out of their rib cage.
Dante's going to get real close in looking at this. And he's going to kind of be fascinated and looking through and start muttering to himself. That should be connected.
Now, the good news is that Duskborn is still alive, so to speak. She slides the phone back to her, turns it off, and hands it back to Nicole. But that was the warning shot. If I really don't like them, they just disappear. Just so you know, I'm not bluffing and full of bluster. I mean it when I say it. Stay out of my domain.
Well, as you said, if any Setite shows up, be sure to deliver it to Alice instead. While I would enjoy examining your work at some point, just from a pure academic standpoint, just a curiosity I don't think I've ever felt before. I have no reason to come to your church.
Good. Because if you do, I have to remind myself that the church kitchen needs a new carburetor, and you'd be amazed on what you can do with someone's gag reflex.
I think he
Given what I
gets the
just seen,
point.
I don't have to imagine very much.
This is how kindred communicate. Never forget what we are. You want to be saved, that's a whole nother story, another branch to end up going on. But I've very rarely found among the damned those who would even ponder the concept.
Parents tried to save me. The 3 different denominations. The stories made sense. Living your life by structure, code, rules, that made sense. I never understood belief, though.
It's called faith. And if you know it, nothing needs explaining. If you don't know it, no explanation would end up doing. I guess the real question you have to ask then about your comrade is she all hat and no cattle? Or does she actually have the gumption? Because the idea of trusting in something you can't prove, the goodness of man, the idea of community, sanctity of marriage, economy, the belief in adults being capable of making their own decisions, all of these are things you just take on faith. You either see it all over the place, or you think it's a crock of shit. You need to believe in the goodness of man. And if I might be permitted to get a little biblical on you, the idea that we are made in the image of God with that little bit of a divine spark in each of us. When we were made the way we are, there are many who will end up telling you that you have to stay attached, maintain one's better nature. That is paired with the predator we have become. Is that there not a good example? In an academic sense, one could end up saying that it is an instinctual nature, but the fact that you even choose, the fact you have a choice, the gift that God gave you, is that not telling you that you still have a soul? And if that's true, what that means is that you are still his child. Even if you are damned, the average person was damned at the moment they were born due to original sin. So what really changed? Outside of people just trying to convince themselves to not even try. Sure, you fall short of the mark. Sometimes necessity means you're going to have to end up asking for a lot of forgiveness and make a lot of recompense. But there's a stern difference between doing so to preserve yourself and instead cherishing something, because the reason you protect your soul, the real reason, is because it's not yours, never belonged to you. It belongs to him. You're just looking after it. You are, in effect, your own brother's keeper. That is taking it on faith.
You know, I think I've ever been the closest now that I've ever been to try and understand it. Because you can read about faith, you can read the definition, you can hear testimonials about what they believe. It's made me think about when we became what we are. Is this part of, they say they had, God has a plan? Did he plan for us to become this? Are we any more damned, like you said, now than we were? Weren't we all already saved because his son died on the cross?
Only if you believe. That's the catch. So it can't be forced. You can't put a gun to somebody's head to make them end up believing. They'll say whatever they want, but if, well, to quote an old Baptist, I don't care if you got sprinkled or you got dunked. You don't know Jesus, you just got wet. She undoes the clasp of her cross, necklace and all, puts it on the counter and slides it over.
Very nice silverware.
Take it.
He's going to look at her.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. But not for the reasons that you might think. Wear it, if you want. I'll simply leave it at this. Your relationship with God and with Jesus, Holy Mary, that's between you and them. I can only end up serving as a guide in that regard. Won't ask you to pray, not in public, because public praying is more vanity than anything else. The relationship starts with you, and whether you're willing to take a leap of faith. But try and emphasize. You don't always answer the way you want, but you do get your answers. With that, she stands up.
I'll stand
Nicole,
up as well.
Nicole and I are going to do one set of final rounds. Do the appropriate thing for social niceties. And then I'm fixing to go back home.
Very
Honestly,
interesting meeting you, Miss Higgs. I'm glad I came over.
Well, time to go and end up here dealing with a bunch of people who are about to piss in my ear and tell me it's raining.
Miss Nicole, I apologize for the discomfort of being in my presence.
It's okay.
If you knew the truth, it would be her apologizing, her apologizing. But she don't owe you none. You don't owe her none. Just know that you see her on the streets, you just turn around and walk away.
Kind of figured things were off limits there.
Wow.
General etiquette. But as I said, it's been very interesting meeting you. I hope this is not the last time we get a chance to talk. But nothing expected, and nothing forced.
If God wills it, then it will be. Deus Volt. She takes Nicole's hand and starts to walk off, probably going to Baron Jameson and those she came in with.
Nicole is a little too eager to get out of Dante's presence.
Dante will pick up this crucifix and this fancy chain and kind of like hold the crucifix in his hand and wrap the chain around it a couple of times. Get up and put his hands in his pockets and walk over and find Jacob and look towards probably getting the hell out of here for the night.
which, I think if everyone's leaving for the night, I think that is a good time for us to end the session for tonight.
Ooh, jeez, god damn, what a session it was. I was the only one who didn't get verbally threatened. I got a facial rearrangement for my troubles instead.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
got a more hands-on threat.
Like, honestly, the first thing that
Derek,
came to
you're
mind
muted.
when I saw the vicissitude roll was if you've ever seen Deadpool and Wolverine and Charles' sister,
Yeah.
like, that's what I imagine how the face got smoothed out.
What were you saying, Derek, before you realized you were muted?
Do you understand why?
I mean, that vicissitude was really enough of a threat in of itself.
No. It wasn't. She didn't threaten you.
No, actually, that I do not understand. That no,
She performed a miracle for you.
she did perform a miracle for me.
Well,
I'm
speaking of
going to
dicks,
venture a guess here and say that that is Maria's way of taking pity. Because you had an inhuman face, and it gave you the opportunity to just have a good night. Whereas normally you would kind of be a standout in a crowd like that. Gave you the opportunity to become involved. Now you actually kind of owe her for that as well.
Yeah.
yeah, was there ulterior motives, Derek, or was it some good old Christian charity?
Neither.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
interesting.
Guess we're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
No.
No, tonight was really
It's
interesting.
her being the good shepherd. It's her trying to play to her better nature.
I love it. I have missed
Yeah.
playing in games with you, Derek. So much. Oh.
I thought for a brief moment there I ended up seeing Amber end up clapping. I'm like, what was the clapping about? Oh God, what did I do? What did I say?
It was one of the lines you said.
It was, I mean, you were on point the whole time. I mean, like, yeah, there at the end about belief and, gosh, what was the last thing you said there? I should have written it down. I lose there. I really get lost in things. It's also 4:20 in the morning.
It
It's
is.
a
I'm
6
so sorry for how
sorry,
long
Al.
it went.
No, it was worth it.
It was a
Yeah,
good
like,
session.
like I said, the hardest part about me playing Maria is trying to end up being authentic in my portrayals, without it being too corny. But
Yeah.
Perfect.
that's part of role playing, right?
You landed
Yeah.
the plane.
Speaking of him fucking showing up to the church and him fucking like having a moment with Christ now, Jesus.
I mean, you converted Dante in real time.
That's all right. Maria has now caught Jacob's attention. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, who knows?
I don't think Maria has any clue of how safe it is that Dante will never step foot near her fucking domain unless forced, given that he hates hollowed ground and can't step foot on it.
But fun fact, that was actually a bane that she caught on to when in her campaign. So and there's a few different things she tests, but she's perpetually testing. So here's a really stupid one, right? Out on the front of the church, at the edges of the grassy knoll, there's a whole bunch of grass seed.
Fucking
It's just-
hell.
Yep.
Like,
Please
She's
tell me she
testing all
also
of the myths.
irrigation piping so that there's running water passing around her whole.
it's got to be more than that in order to
Oh, it does?
use rainwater.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, like if you have some kind of bane, there's a lot of things that make it really tough to stay in that location, which is part of her defense. It's legitimately like, not only is it sacred ground, not only is it this, but she's functionally made it a fortress against vampire incursion.
And it's her home, so it has a threshold.
I don't have any pains. Let's go.
I don't think you could have
Yep.
interested Dante any more than showing him that picture, giving us hyperfixations on anatomy and like surgeries and stuff, and like given his profession and how like
See, Nicole was disturbed by the fact that you were not disturbed.
look, we all know the derogatory terms for my clan's name. He does not do that single thing with anybody, but he's open to other things because that just looked weird and interesting.
Do you know
and
the
how hell-
Do you know the derogatory terms for Himaria's clan?
No.
Fiends, devils.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're devilish in what they do sometimes. But, with that being said,
yeah, I can see Amber passing out already.
Yep, we have some stains. So, Amber, for Alice,
Oh boy.
I believe it's going to be 3 stains in total.
That's the math. That's the math. You saw my spreadsheet.
Yep. However, when it came to your personal convictions as well, it looks like you have multiple put down. I don't know which ones you're referencing when you're saying it's in service to. So,
I've got the Cult of Set conviction. So
on your character sheet, the touchstones you have is Mom for follow the tenets of Christendom.
There's not enough room on the character sheet. I have a
No,
spreadsheet.
I understand that, but your convictions can only be up to 3. You have multiple even on the character sheet, and each one does have to have a touchstone. So, 1 touchstone to 1 conviction. So, we will need to fix that on your character sheet. It is okay that one of those convictions be I'm following the tenets of Set. And then that whole list of tenets of Set would qualify, but would also be things to hold against you too. So
that's fine. I don't care. Hurt me.
Okay, so 3 stains it is, and you're gonna roll remorse.
Sure.
Oh no.
You did a bad thing.
Yep, you only get 1 dice.
I'm rolling remorse.
Yep.
I clicked on the button. I assume I have to click on something else now.
Yep, it's gonna ask you for number of remorse dice.
Yeah, I got it. I was looking for it.
Okay. You feel absolutely awful. You successfully maintain your humanity, but it means that you are fucking torn apart about this. You hate that you did it. It
Might have
wasn't
been
worth it.
momentary satisfaction.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
That is exactly what I thought that was going to look like.
Nothing about it was worth it in the end.
We're going to find out what it looks like in the end. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that there
The American
is.
dub, though, because it has the better music.
There's no other stains to be issued out, so we're all set on that. Now we get to talk about experience.
Yay!
Yay! And since Derek is a guest cast member today, he'll have a vote for our cast member votes stuff. But you, the audience, get to vote on your favorite from tonight. So go ahead and get your votes in on the poll. But for our plot pusher today, who did that?
Alice, I don't think anybody's going to argue that one.
No argument.
No, I think Alice kind of set things up like honorable
give
mention for Jacob.
I would give Jacob equal measure for getting people here. I mean, I may have given Jacob the platform to do it with, but Jacob pulled just as much weight as Alice did.
I would agree with that.
So we can go halvesies on it if you want, but that's up
Yeah,
to
I'm happy to go
everybody.
halvesies.
I'm okay with it
All right.
because
So-
like
Clan low.
Cause yeah.
Going low, clan low. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Exact
that is
opposite.
about it.
That is
No.
that is a big
Coffee, does
nope.
that mean I take a stain?
No. Thankfully not. Because this isn't an
The
Oblivion
player
power.
take- the
I'm not
player
messing with
takes
the
a
darkness.
I took a stain.
Or are
Wait, you're running this game. You are totally messing with the darkness.
Hey,
All right, the world of darkness.
look.
Get
You
it?
have all the disciplines ever. You need to take a stand, Coffee.
Damn. Fuck.
No, the only person
Specifically a
allowed was
coffee
myself.
stand.
Ayo. Alice got the audience's favorite, and Lethality spent 14,000 channel points to make sure that happened.
Jesus.
Thanks, Lethality.
Oh
That's
my
a lot of
God.
them. Thank you, Lethality. You're the best person that ever existed.
We love
Let's not go
Lethality.
that far. He's Australian.
We still love him.
Boy,
Bessie.
mate. I'm gonna vote Alice for that one. And I'm gonna vote the scene that made me get up and walk away.
Yep. I'm agreeing with that too.
Pretty
Yeah.
visceral, that
I
one.
have to as well.
God damn.
Derek, CJ, what are your thoughts?
I feel
Same
like
here.
no matter what I end up voting, it's already going to be voted out. So I think.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear your
Let's hear it,
voice.
because we
Let
can
me
change
hear
our
you.
minds. This is the politicking. Remember, it's the best part
Yeah.
of the whole session.
Oh yeah, it is. But
What's your vote?
I'm going to end up saying specifically ambush approaching Dante.
That was good.
That's pretty good.
Is that got heated?
I'm going to vote that too.
Unbelievable.
Oh no. I will change my vote to myself because I want to give myself the win.
You need to stop and you need to. Okay, listen. I'm gonna fight all of you right now. I am so nice to you all the time. I
You've
give
already
you all
got 2
honorary
points. Shut up,
mentions
woman.
Constantly.
Oh, damn.
No, turn it around. I spent experience. Stop. I spent experience. I never do this on stream. I spent experience on every single one of you in this session that
That's
nobody
crazy.
used. Turn around and give me the experience back right now.
Why is she woman-splaining to me why I should change my vote?
Put it back on my character sheet. Put
Damn.
it back. Put it
That's
back.
crazy. No, I gotta
Put it
listen.
back.
No.
I actually like the Jacob Maria scene, and I know Alice was there for it too, and I enjoyed talking to Maria too. But I liked the Jacob posturing with Maria. I think it was really fun. And I mean, Jacob, Dante was really good too. I really feel like I don't think that like Dante was moved to emotion, because that's just not going to happen. But I think that Dante was moved.
He's going to have emotions. He just doesn't understand them or show them very much.
Yeah, I think that Dante probably had the most growth in this episode, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which happens when you have some kind of substances. But no, honestly, I'll explain. While it was a very good scene with you, Amber, very impactful, very visceral.
I'm not talking about that scene. I'm not saying that I get credit for that scene.
Well, that's what everybody else was voting for you.
I know that's what everybody else was voting for. You guys are sick to make.
No,
Let's hear the man out. Let's hear the man out. Give him a second. Let him have the room.
the way that Ambush usually holds himself, he came in on a different level, and actually, it was probably some of the better role playing I've seen out of Velocity in this character. For this,
imploring you to just back off for a little while.
Yeah, like you've been consistent and pretty good, and like I think this is above and beyond what he normally has been. Like this was a very good scene for him.
You just don't talk him up too much. No, I completely agree. You're absolutely right. It was an excellent scene.
Oh. So what are the numbers at? We had a couple for Alice, a couple for Ambush.
It's Ambush.
There's 3 for Ambush right now.
It's 4 for Ambush.
There's 4 for Ambush.
Okay.
We're always going to vote unanimously.
Honorable mention here is Jacob and Velda, because I got to play Velda.
Sorry, what was that?
Honorable mention Jacob and Velda, because I got to play Velda.
I loved you as Velda so much. The fucking gloss at the end. It was such a cat moment.
I loved how
she's petty.
I loved how Mox kept being like, Velda, hang out with Alice, please. I want you in the show more, please.
No, it's a case of Velda is somebody that Alice can work with.
Sure.
If they get on the same wavelength. That's what I was trying to do there.
I was having fun. I was having fun.
But Ambush, I think you get the best scene vote in particular.
Oh yeah.
I only wanted an honorable mention because I got to play Velda, and maybe internally Mox was just squeeing because I got to play her character.
I love seeing you play Velda. It's great.
Look, because she's a sassy, catty, petty bitch.
Look, it's almost as good as when Volvo is playing Apex and I have and playing Rashad motherfucking Seraph.
Yeah.
And apparently I do a really good Volvo impression.
You do though, because every single one of Volvo's characters is Volvo energy plus X, Y, or Z.
No,
So
honestly, that was my favorite part of playing in your Chronicle, Derek, was dealing with, what was his character's name? Fucking Mr. I'm going to be in a sweater vest and, like, shirt, fucking, like, collared shirt, Princess carrying his ass across the fucking...
Yeah.
Omen. Yeah.
Omen, thank you.
Omen and Colton.
When he starts getting irate and fucking we start arguing. It's like some of the most fun scenes I can ever, like, we accomplished nothing, but I don't think I thoroughly enjoyed more.
I think we got now
we got
best
sidetracked.
line, right?
Best line.
Yep, best line.
All right.
Who had
So
our
I want
line?
to throw the vote in here early, so this way you're not asking me later. Okay. Best line goes to Squatch.
Goes to
Squatch. What?
For which line?
4.
Yep.
My favorite line in the entire thing.
I'm sorry, Raven, that you didn't participate much.
No, that's fine. The second I realized, the second we kind of settled on what was going on, I knew exactly what was going to happen. Squatch is just going to be floating around spying on people. That's fine by me. That's what he does. That's what he's built for.
I wish
You're
I
a
could have engaged
champ
you a little
for,
bit
like,
more than that. But
chilling for a 6-hour session. You're the best.
Look, you
Someone wanted to
tried.
hear about cryptids in the greater Texas area. What the hell are they going to talk about?
You get
Coffee,
You
it's
get
not
an
like
entire
you didn't.
session of just cryptids.
You didn't. It's not like you didn't give the opportunity. Raven could have taken it at any given point.
True.
So don't beat yourself up on that, okay? It would be one thing if you just like ignored, but you tried not once, not twice, but 3 times this episode to try and engage his Squatch. And if they're not engaging because I want to end up being a wallflower, you did what you do. You give them an opportunity. They don't take the layup. You move on.
Yeah,
So
fair.
understand, Raven had all the power in that decision. So
Look, we already had 2 socially awkward creepy fucks going around this party. We didn't need a third.
Hey, I'm not socially awkward. I'm funny.
I'm talking about the
keep
bald
telling
one.
yourself that.
Crazy. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm talking about the bald one who was playing the other socially awkward creepy lady.
That's fair. All right.
Okay, I got 3. I got 2 runners up, and I got number 1.
Okay.
I got Dante with I Can See the Music Now. I got Ambush with I Know Him Too. And I got Alice with number 1 because Mox broke and then I broke really hard after. Was then why is he in my bar?
I think between I like Derek's idea. Why is he in my bar? And then the only other one that I saw that broke a lot was when Jacob was telling me to have fun, and I just walked away. I'm like, this is why I normally deal with dead people.
Yep.
He's pretty good.
So all right, we gotta lock in. Who are we choosing?
So I'm gonna give an honorable. I'm gonna give an honorable mention to the NPC, because boy howdy were they correct in more ways than one. I quoted it somewhere. Many reasons not to come here, and most not by choice. Boy, if only they knew. People were coming and they didn't.
Yeah, the double speak on that was not lost on me. The cunning linguist that Derek is.
Yep.
I had to keep a straight face through all that bullshit. Thank you very much.
I will say this is why I
really
deal
good
with dead
job.
people. I think gets my vote though. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm voting Raven.
Who's velocity voting?
You. Vote for you, CJ.
Okay.
I'm voting Dante.
Same.
Okay.
So, Amber, why are you voting Squatch?
Well,
Why didn't you vote yourself?
because Derek's right.
Oh, the long silence.
'Cause Derek's right. Because, and let me clarify. I needed to find the words. I'm so sorry. Full intention. Zero language.
Yep. Language centers of the brain have started to shut down.
Raven was 100% in character the entire time.
Mm.
He
Squatch
broke
is...
one time to shut down my scene before it
voted.
got terribly graphic.
Oh, sorry.
Even
I don't even think if I
Oh, wow,
vote
I
if I
didn't
vote
vote
for
for
Raven, I could tie it up.
If you want to pull shenanigans, pull shenanigans.
Tie it.
No, I think I would
I think it should go to
still win
Raven.
even if I voted for you.
Oh. Well, then
Well,
it's
no,
not-
it depends. I think it. Wait, what does Derek vote? Because it's 1, 2, 3 for me.
I think Derek also voted Raven for the extended silence.
1, 2.
Yes.
That's
No,
I was the
so
first
I
one
can,
to vote.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
he was
tie
the
it
first
up.
to vote.
I'm
Yeah.
tying it up.
Okay.
Oh,
High or low?
Low.
low.
Wouldn't you be the deciding vote?
Just like your will to live. That's crazy.
How?
Back-to-back tens.
You take a
Coffee,
second
ow.
stain for being
Incredible.
you take a second stain for being you.
Fine.
I don't care. It
If
was
you like
it was
that.
good enough. It was a good enough thing, Raven, that we deserve to either share it in both or nothing, or all or nothing.
It was
That's
worthwhile.
fair.
Well, it looks like also my broadcast roll 20 decided to shit the bed, so it's not showing the rolls that I put in there anyway. But I rolled 2 10s, chat. 2 10s. They don't get either one of them. So, yeah.
Oh, it's because Derek's up there. Oh wait, no, that's the chat.
No, the roll
Yeah.
20,
No,
the roll
he's
20
been
chat's
with
above him.
Shut up,
So.
Amber.
But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have enjoyed the show today. If there's somebody to raid, we'll probably raid somebody, but for now, we're just gonna call it quits because all of us are much too awake for nearly 5 in the morning Eastern time. So
Jesus Christ.
we all probably got things to do tomorrow, but maybe not. We'll
How's
find
that
out.
for TOS?
Look, I've always
who
wanted
needs
a
sleep?
couple of you to keep me up all night long. This is not what I had in mind.
Hey yo.
Hey,
Hey yo.
long.
No, don't sing, please.
I have a doctor's appointment in
Okay.
3 hours.
Let's get this woman to bed. So thanks you all so much for watching.
I can't sleep after what I did.
Say good night, everybody.
Nice.
Good night, everybody.
Good fight night, everybody!
Why?